Alright, well, good morning, everybody. This is Saturday morning, November the 6th, and we have hiked up to Clingmans Dome, as you can tell from the tower in the background, and we are hoping to bring a sunrise this morning. We got out of bed pretty early in Gatlinburg to get up here. It's about 19 degrees, it's windy, and we're going to go up in the tower with a lot of other people. I'm surprised. I thought we would about have it to ourselves. I didn't figure too many people would be up here in this weather, but there are. But we're going to go up and try to enjoy a sunrise this morning, and hopefully we'll bring you a good one. Alright, we are atop the Clingmans Dome Tower. Hope you can hear me. It is windy and cold. Mount Guyot in the center of your screen. Big Catalucci in the center of your screen. Pan over towards Mount LeConte. In the valley you see the lights of Gatlinburg, and actually that's Sevierville, the Pigeon Forge, right now in the center of your screen. I was going to set up a tripod, but there's too many people. It's very windy and I don't want it to blow over, so. All the beautiful fog down in the valleys. Out in the distance, in the center of your screen, is Standing Indian Mountain. It's in North Carolina, just a few miles above the Georgia border. And way out there on the horizon is Brasstown Bald, the highest point in Georgia. Alright, out in the distance is the Black Mountains of North Carolina. On the left is Waterrock Knob, and about 3/4 of the way over to the right is Mount Mitchell. In the center of your screen right now is Mount Mitchell, way out in the distance. Once again, Mount LeConte, third highest peak in the Smokies. And Mount Guyot, the second highest peak in the Smokies. And we are standing on the highest peak in the Smokies. And just a little bit of the snow that's still dust at the top of the dome. this windscreen works on this camera. And we have a screen, or a little wig looking thing on top of the microphone that's supposed to filter out the wind. I have no idea if it's going to or not, but we're going to find out this morning because the wind is whipping up. Sunrise is at 8:01 this morning. What time is it? 6 minutes to sunrise. Then we're going to go down and thaw out. So folks, if you do decide to be dumb like us and come up here when it's 19 degrees and wind chill about 20 below, wear gloves. I brought gloves and then forgot to get them this morning out of the motel room. Not very bright. Dress warm. I did dress warm, I just didn't bring my gloves, and I wish I had. Shaughnessy, say hello to everyone this morning.
I don't know if I can, I'm freezing. It's very cold. I'm surprised my glasses hadn't cracked.
Say hello.
Hi.
Nice day, isn't it?
Beautiful day. I remember my glasses.
Yeah, you remember. Well, maybe you should be recording it.
I offered it.
Put my hands in my pocket, warm up. And they do need new interpretive signs up here. These have been here since about the flood of Noah. And they still tell you what you're looking at, but barely. You can barely make it out now. And I do believe we're just about to get a sunrise. Burr. We're gonna know if this windscreen works or not. I'd say the wind's probably 30 miles an hour. At least. Tripod, that's why it's a little shaky, because there's not a lot of room, and also I did not want the wind to blow it over. Had that happen when I was on the cruise ship in the morning for the sunrise. This is one of the most amazing places to see a sunrise. Everything. Sorry for the jerkiness, but I'm switching hands. I'm keeping one hand in my pocket at all times. Yeah, but I can't hold the camera because it's a blanket. Alright, there's a brief dive down in the wind. Very brief. It's back again. What time is it? .801. That's supposed to be coming up right now. See Mount Pisgah out there. Do you see Pisgah? far distance. Not the foreground. Switch hands again. Sorry. I would have thought after our April trip I would not forget gloves. I actually brought them with me and then left them in the room. Back out just a little bit now. Back in a little just to capture the color. I think it's behind clouds. I think that's why it's lighter up there. You know what I mean? Yeah, it should be up, but now I think it's just behind the clouds. And I think I've probably seen about the best color we're gonna see. So were you recording? Around here a little bit. Let you see how crowded it is up here on this cold November morning. So when we came up here a few years ago in July for the sunrise, when it was actually only in the 40s and not cold, well, it was cold, not this cold. There was only a handful of other people up here. I thought we would have it to ourselves this morning. It's in the upper teens. It's been blowing about 30 miles an hour. There's probably 30 people up here. But you're getting to see it now without the summer haze. I mean, all the haze is gone, and you can just see forever. I'm gonna walk around. I think the sun's already up. It's just behind the clouds. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna walk around the tower. I'm sorry. Over here, we're looking back down at Thunderhead and Rocky Top in the center of your screen. And now in the center of your screen is Gregory Ball. That's a nice hike in third week of June when the azaleas are in bloom. I'm going to pan out over the Tennessee Valley here, looking up towards the Kentucky state line. Folks, it is cold. Mount LeConte. Alright. Looking down on Sugarlands Mountain, just above Gatlinburg. There's Sugarlands there. You want to be careful if you're up here in the tower because there's still ice from the snowfall the other day. You can still see a little bit of the snowfall, not a lot, just some. And out here in the distance, you are again looking at Brasstown Bald, which is the highest point in the state of Georgia. And it's right in the center of your screen in the far background. Alright, I walked down off the main path a little bit to the Appalachian Trail. Wanted to get a little bit of the snow that's left. Not a lot. This was only like an inch, maybe a little more when it fell on Wednesday night. It's now Saturday. But consider it's just the first weekend in November. A lot more snow to come up here this winter. Up here at the Dome, they average anywhere between 80 and 100 inches of snow in the average winter. That's more than most places in the north. So, anyway, get back up here on the path where my freezing wife is waiting on me. I will say that once you get off of the tower, there's the tower, that's what you walk up to get to the top of Clingmans Dome. Once you get off that tower, the wind is not nearly as intense, and while it's cold, right now your temperature at the bottom of the tower is about what it feels like it is. Up there, I guarantee you it feels like it's below zero.
I don't see how you're holding your hand out like that.
Well, I've been putting it in my pocket some and relieving it, but
the few times I took my glove off to take pictures, my hand's throbbing right now.
yeah, it's the wind mainly that does it. The wind's not so bad at the bottom of the tower, but once you climb that tower, I don't know, the wind was at least 30, 35 miles an hour up there.
It was hard.
You couple that with a 19-degree temperature, which I will say, when we were here in April, it was 18 degrees, so it was actually a degree warmer, and you could feel every bit of it, couldn't you?
Yeah, at least.
Not really. I'm joking.
I know. At least this time we did dress a little warmer. You did forget your gloves, but we got our thermal jeans on, which helps. Last time my legs were frozen.
Yeah. So we're going to walk back down to the van now and do a final summary of what we thought of the sunrise. And our dogs are waiting for us down in the van, so we put them in the back section and put a lot of blankets around them.
Bundled up in their little coats and stuff.
Yeah, so they'll be fine. So. All right, on the walk down, a nice open shot right there. That's very pretty with the tree in the middle. I hope the camera's picking this up, the way the sun is hitting that distant range out there. That distant range being Brasstown Bald, actually. Well, folks, there's an old saying that if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. So, I guess we're tough. Because, we just came down off Clingmans Dome. It was brutally cold up there.
It was.
We wanted to catch a sunrise. Unfortunately, this time of year is the time that the summer haze is gone and you can see forever. But the wind in that tower, I want to say 30, 35 mile an hour wind. Temperature was 19 degrees. So you do the math there. If it had been zero without wind, it wouldn't have felt any colder than what it felt up there. I forgot my gloves again, like I did in April.
Mine.
Yes, you remembered hers. We wanted to bring y'all a sunrise from Clingmans Dome, highest point in the Smokies, also the highest point on the entire Appalachian Trail. What'd you think of it?
It was nice. It was cold. It was rough walking up there. The sides of my legs where my calves and my ankles are at, it was burning. It was on fire. I mean, it was dark when we were going up. So I had to stop a couple times. But it was fine. So when we got up there was quite a few people.
A lot more people than I would have thought.
And but it's like going up. Believe it or not, I actually kind of, because I had a shirt on, a sweatshirt, very thick coat, and then a blanket. And then I've got thermal jeans on. I actually felt like I was kind of sweating a little bit because I was trying to just walk up there briskly, which I cooled down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But standing up there, it was cold, freezing, but the colors came, or the sun, we didn't actually see the ball of the sun come up, but we did get to see pretty colors. But it was so crowded there. It's basically, if you wanted to be right there at the railing where you could see without someone's head in front of you, you stayed there. When the sun was finally up and we turned around, there was people standing on the benches behind us. I mean, it was a mob. But,
we've done 2 sunrises here, both of them in July, and you would think that's when more people would come up here. We have been with less than 10 people both times in July. When we've come up, today there was probably 30 people in that tower, I would say. A lot of people braving the cold. The thing I want to say about, well, she's talking about walking up there, breaking a sweat. You do work up a little bit of some body heat walking up that path. It's a steep, paved, it is paved, which kind of makes it harder, to be honest with you. We do hikes a lot in the woods, and to me, I can walk 2 miles as easy as I can walk that. Very steep. So if you're planning on coming to Clingmans Dome, the views up there are 360 panorama. You cannot beat the views at all.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is worth it. A lot of people don't realize, though, that if you're not able to walk that, it is a very steep incline. It's a paved path. It's half mile, 0.5 up there. And it is all uphill. It does not start to level out until you get near the top. As the path starts to curve to the right, that's when it starts to moderate just a little bit. And then you're there at the tower. Then the tower is a good little steep climb too. But the views up there are the best you can get anywhere. You can see several states. This morning with no haze, we could easily make out Brasstown Bald, the highest point in Georgia. In fact, as we're recording this, we're sitting in the parking lot. I'm looking at it right now. I can see it in the distance. We could clearly see Mount Mitchell in North Carolina, which by air is 70, I don't want to say 70 or 75 miles from here by air. So straight line distance, you could see at least 75 miles. You could see up towards Kentucky and Virginia, back down into Georgia, and possibly even Alabama. You're supposed to be able to see 7 states on a clear day. This is about as clear, I think, as you're going to get it. So I'm assuming we were looking at 7 states today, and of course Tennessee and North Carolina. But magnificent views. Actually, some of the best views were not of the sunrise, but when we were walking down after the sun was up, the sun was high enough, it was making those mountains down, the southern mountains near Georgia, it was just casting a gold.
Yeah, I mean, we recorded it.
Yeah, Brasstown Bald looked like it was just golden at one point. Very, very pretty. I'm sure that's the reflection of the leaves and stuff turning too. But just be aware if you come up here, if you're not able to do the climb up there, there's some really good views just from the parking lot. They're not 360, but you can still see a sunrise from the parking lot here. You can look down into Cherokee, Bryson City. Right now, that's all blanketed in fog, which really makes it nice.
Yeah, it does.
But Clingmans Dome, it's not for the faint of heart, especially this time of year. It's November the 6th, 5th?
6th, I think.
Yeah, it's Saturday. It's November the 6th. Yeah. We've been up here since Thursday night. Sometimes you forget if it's Friday or Saturday. So anyway, we wanted to bring a sunrise from up here. There are some really beautiful sunrises up here. I like sunrises over the ocean, and I like sunrises from Clingmans Dome. So anyway, you got anything else you want to add?
No, that was it. I mean, I'm glad we did it. You know, we were kind of debating on it. Then he was kind of like, well, you don't have to. You know, you can stay and I'll do it.
Yeah, because I didn't want to make her have to get up out of bed. And
a nice warm bed this morning.
Yeah, she's not always, what's the word? We don't drink coffee, so there is no, I got to have my morning coffee, then I'm okay. She's not okay for about 2 hours.
But we do like our chocolate meals.
We do like our chocolate meals, yeah.
And hot chocolate, which we hadn't got yet since we've been up here.
So, yeah, we have not had a hot chocolate. So, anyway, I could use a hot chocolate right about now. They don't have any hot chocolate stands here at Clingmans Dome.
No, they don't.
So,
but it was a beautiful morning. I'm glad we came and did it.
So we're going to head on back down into Gatlinburg. We are going home later, but we're going to meet up a couple of people today that we've not met. One's Facebook friends that we've never met. They're up here, and then some is. The other was somebody who follows our vlog, and we followed theirs. So we're going to meet up with them later on, hopefully. So anyway, we're going to head down the mountain now and get thawed out just a little bit. Got the heater going on in the van here, and our dogs are glad to see us when we got back.
Yes.
So anyway, we left them with their coats on in here.
They had coats and their sweaters and their warm little blankets. So yeah, they were fine.
Yeah, they've done a lot of traveling with us. So. All right, well, thank y'all for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I hope you did. Please hit like and subscribe to our channel. I do want to say our video from up here in April was very windy. I was using a different camera. We do have another camera. We're going to be doing a video on that, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, it's a Sony ZV-1, best video camera I've ever owned. Right now I'm recording with the phone, this outro, but you'll see some of the video. That thing takes really, really good video. So it has a little thing on top of it. It looks goofy. It looks like a wig.
I think they called it a dead cat.
It's called a dead cat. It looks like a wig to me. It don't look like a cat. So that's what I call it. But anyway, it's supposed to block out the wind. So I'm hoping that's the case. We're going to find out because that wind was whipping up today. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe. We are on our way back home and just decided we would try to get Waterrock Knob for a sunset. And I believe fourth time is going to be the charm. So we're pulling up the road now into the parking lot. And hopefully we're going to bring you a nice sunset tonight from the Blue Ridge Parkway of North Carolina.
It looks like even on both sides the sun is casting a beautiful glow on these.
Yeah, I don't think
fall
I've ever been in
colors.
the mountains when it's like this at sunset. With all these colors, the way the sun's hitting the mountains, it's just, even though the colors are past peak, I guess there's still some colored leaves on the ground, and it's just a glow in the air almost.
Looks like this is going to be a busy place.
Yes,
to
very,
see.
very busy. So
Even pretty on the other side.
we're going to get out here and view the sunset here in just a second. So here we are, Waterrock Knob. We're over here and catch a sunset. This time of year the sun does set at a different angle than what it does in the summer. So I'm just going to try to find an open area where it's not obstructed with a tree. And it's only a few degrees warmer than it was at Clingmans Dome this morning. Which, by the way, there is Clingmans Dome. That's where we started out this morning as the sun came up. And backside of Mount LeConte. It's just starting to go down behind the mountain. Is the view better over there? Is it better over there? Huh? Oh yeah. It's going down now, so I'm just going to stay put. Pretty cold. It's a good 20 degrees colder up here with wind blowing.
सनसेट को देखिए अगर विश्व में तो पूरी होती है फ्रेश पूरा हो गया वीडियो तो नहीं दे रहा अरे अब टाइम लग सकता है
It's about halfway down now. And then the real color show should start after it goes down a few minutes. There she goes.
कल मिलेंगे यार तीसरी तरफ से ऐसे 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 गया
And got
pilih tunggu tonggak lah.
Ah, let's pan around back behind. Oh yeah, it's casting a very nice pinkish. You're all right. I'm up high.
That's pretty though. Now I'm walking.
Go ahead. That's very nice. It's gonna sound weird, but like I say, I've tried 3 other times this year to get a sunset from up here, and it's been in the clouds every time. I almost feel like I've won a war or something. Now the sun rises and sets obviously at a different angle this time of year. Back in the summer, it was more over this way. I'm guessing that's the casino down there. I've never been in the casino. I'm gonna guess that's what that is down in Cherokee. Folks, it's freezing up here. To be honest with you, those clouds could not be in a better spot for a sunset. They weren't obstructing the horizon view of the sun going down, but they are in exactly a perfect spot to have a lot of color cast back up on them. So this ought to get pretty here in just a few minutes. And again, this is Waterrock Knob. If you go up to the top of Maggie Valley at Soco Gap and get on the Blue Ridge Parkway headed north for about 5 miles, you'll see the sign to turn left up here. Battery died. I had to go back and get the
Are
other
you
one.
serious?
Yeah. That's why I was running back to the van real quick. Those clouds could not be in a better spot. Have you ever seen them just straight across the bottom like that? Yeah. But those couldn't be in a better spot for color. Look at that. I said on here a minute ago, you wasn't standing here. I said, I feel like I've won a war or something. Just think, we're standing on that mountain this morning and we're finishing up the day on this mountain right here. We actually toyed with the idea of, since we were on Clingmans Dome this morning and I was spending so much time zooming up on Brasstown Bald in Georgia, we actually toyed with the idea of driving down there for sunset, but we got hung up in Pigeon Forge so long, then a traffic jam coming back towards Gatlinburg, we just didn't have time to do it, so we'll save that one for another time. It's slightly warmer than it was on Clingmans Dome because my hands are only slightly sore.
Yeah, mine's only like slightly too.
Yeah, this morning you couldn't even feel your fingers. You probably could have just broke them off. And by the way, my gloves, I said I forgot. I had one of them in the van. And come to find out, the other one had fallen out of the van at the motel. And the guy had set it up on his car, so it was sitting there waiting on me when I got back. So I only had one glove anyway. Beautiful sunset.
This is like perfect.
It's starting to fade now a little bit. The way those clouds are, just It is. It's like it's straight across the bottom there. That's neat. It's funny, we've hiked Mount Cameron. Probably the hardest thing we've done this year is get a sunset from Waterrock Knob. 4 tries.
Well, this is a good one to finally get.
Yeah, it is. There's Clingmans Dome again. I can only imagine how windy it is up there on the top of that tower. Some really deep orange. It looks like a little purple. It's fading a little bit, but it's holding on pretty good. The color is.
That was the last one I just took.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, it's nice. Very blessed to be able to live near here. You can hear that wind and you can see that wind. Alright, I think we're going to wrap it up now. Color is starting to fade a little bit. So, hope y'all enjoyed this. If you do, like and subscribe. And thank you very much.